Okay, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Weekend Trader, where we're going to do a morning breakdown for the Euro USD. So without wasting much time, let's start by going to Forex Factory and just checking the news for today. So as we can see, today is Friday, so there is no news whatsoever. So I think at the beginning of the week we had NFP that was tentative. So I think because of the US shutdown, US government shutdown, we are not gonna be getting that news announcement, or rather that news release. Okay, so Friday there's no news today. So that means, well, the move may have already happened based on the other previous news events. But we will, monitor price action and see what happens. So let's check on the charts now. So we'll start on the daily. So I'll start by recapping the idea that we had for the week. So at the start of the week, we say that bullish structure is bullish, as we can see. The daily is in a bullish trend, but the internal structure at the moment is bearish. So right now, the daily is currently bearish. So with this bearish move, we were expecting that because of this straight push, or this aggressive bearish momentum, and which then led to this break of structure, which led to this break of internal structure. We're expecting that at some point we're gonna have a pullback to take place. Okay, so we identified that, well, the best way or the best place to expect a pullback would be if price mitigates this demand, which it didn't. But also based on weekly profiles, we were expecting that on a Wednesday, because we've had Monday strong push, Tuesday strong push, Wednesday strong push. Wednesday was likely to be a day for a reversal, and as you can see, we then reversed to the upside. So we had a candle close that was bullish on Wednesday, and then Thursday became a follow through. Okay, so Friday the expectation would also be a follow through of that bullish momentum. But as you can see, price is still heavily bearish, so it could just continue to melt. Okay, that's also an option. So let's go down to the 4-hour. So looking at the 4-hour, we see the price, of course, melted as we were saying, and then it made a sweep of this low, and then we had a change of character to the bullish side, and then since then price has just been aggressively pushing up. So what that means is the trade idea for a sell trade at the extreme of that 4-hour zone or 4-hour supply area, it failed. So as we can see, price did mitigate and then had a bit of a reaction, maybe for a 1-to-1, before price then finally pushed through and then continued. Now price has failed to mitigate the 4-hour supply at the top, and is now pushing lower. So as it stands, only 1 hour, we have this change of character. we have the change of character bearish. Okay, we have that change of character because price has made a lower low. Okay, so we've had this change of character bearish, and that means that this, I'll just include that. That is our current on our supply area or supply POI. Okay, and then we have this one as well. We have that one as well. So this one could be used as liquidity. Okay, so this one could be used as liquidity for the POI above. So to be safe, you just want to cover the high as well. Okay, you probably want to cover the high right there. So let's start the analysis again from the daily. So price has had a strong push down. Okay, ideally we're hoping that price would mitigate the daily demand area or daily demand zone. That has not happened. Price has had some kind of a pullback, but on the daily we have no change of character. We have nothing. Okay, it's just bullish candles, and now price is seemingly pushing back down. So the daily is not really helping us much. Okay, in terms of the internal lag, price is still in a discount. Okay, so price could continue bullish. Okay, to at least get to the equilibrium, or at least to mitigate this range here. Okay, that's a possibility, but there's not much information from the daily time frame. And then we look at the 4 hour. So the 4 hour, the range is pretty much similar to the daily swing as well. Okay, so we've had a break of structure. Expectation was a pullback. Okay, and then now we have somewhat a very strong push because we have eliminated these supply zones, so they are no longer relevant, and then the only supply area that's still in play is this one. So that is demand. Okay, that led to change of character. Okay, but I would just cover the extreme as well. Okay, so that is demand. We've had a straight push. Okay, this is another demand, but price is pretty overextended on the 4 hour. Like we've had a very strong push, and now we are sort of pulling back. Okay, so anything can happen. Price could just push lower, right, to at least mitigate this, or at least come into the discount of this whole leg. All right, or this could be the low that's being formed, and then price will just continue bullish. So price action is not quite clear at the moment. So we have that extreme 1 hour supply, right? And then we have obviously these newly created supply zones, which have led to the removal of that demand. Okay. So this supply has led to the removal of this demand. And then I have that zone, then that one as well. Then I remove that. Okay. So this is what I have at the moment. I'm going to just throw in my premium discount tool. This is what we got. These zones have already been mitigated, so this is the one that's kind of unmitigated. So I'll be expecting price to push through from this point onwards. So this is what it is at the moment. So I would say I might be expecting price to continue bullish. So this might be swept, or that might be used as liquidity for this zone to then push price higher. So that is the expectation. So that'll be 7.2 pips, 7, 8, 9. Alright, somewhere there. And 2.2 for spread and commission. So in the short term, trade idea is probably bullish at this POI for a 2 to 1. And that's it. I wouldn't trust these POIs at the moment, but I would say maybe this one at the top, which is nested in the 4 hour. Okay. If you're looking to go, bearish. But right now, momentum is to the bullish side. We've had a break of structure, so we do expect a pullback. But you can see that the pullback is quite slow and we have small candles. So we could just continue to push down, possibly mitigate this area and then continue forward. Or right there, that's the end of the pullback, and then price would just continue bullish. Okay. But other than that, that's my analysis for the day and somewhat of a recap for the week as well. But other than that, catch you next week on Monday. This is my documentation process for my trading system, where I'm trying to be consistent as well, you know, learning my craft, getting better at it. So if you like to join me in this journey, feel free. All right, working trader out.